At the beginning of the film, we are shown a man Sean who is captured by the wandering man. He has a leash around his neck, and he is finding something in the mud. Seeing him, it is clear that whatever he is looking for could save his life. Meanwhile, scream is heard. As soon as Sean listens to it, he dies in agony. Later, the wandering man drags him away with him. We are shown a woman, Kathy, who is a single mother who lives in the small Irish town of Ballylee and is a probation officer. She approaches a man named Paul, who is on probation. She asks why he left his job, but he has no answer for that. Kathy asks him to come along, but suddenly Bago, the other boy, attacks her. She sprays his eyes to avoid him. Meanwhile, her ex-husband Jason arrives. He is a police officer. He takes Bago with him. Later, we're informed about Kathy's life and that she is a single mother. Kathy has a son, Luke, who often lives with her, but she used to be busy because of her job. That's why she sends him with her ex-husband. Jason is now married to Grace. Grace is pregnant but shares an amicable relationship with Kathy, taking care of her son, Luke, whenever he goes to stay with Jason. Kathy goes to her office and her head Bill Rosewater is bandaging her, because she has an injury because of the boy's attack. Meanwhile, a lady comes and talks about Bloody Mary. She is talking about Mary Laidlaw, who has been released after 20 years. She used to be known as the Bloody Mary in the town. Kathy is responsible for all the probation supervision tasks. Bill is forbidding her to take this case. Kathy takes the file from her and says, "I'll surely do this job." Bill tells her about Mary. She killed her husband Jim with an axe, after he beat her half to death and set her on fire, left for dead up there in the moss. Bill wants to say that Mary isn't a bad person. Bill tells her that Mary had a friend whom she liked. According to the people, he used to wander wearing a strange dress. About him, nobody knows, and all the townsmen consider her a witch. She has a lot of terror in the town. After hearing the whole story, Kathy leaves for Mary's house. Kathy's release incites the curiosity of the McGrath siblings, who have grown up listening to scary stories about her. Kathy meets with the McGrath siblings and asks them, "What are you doing here? It's private property. Go back home, this isn't a safe area." Kathy left after warning them. The wandering man had kept an eye on the children. Kathy comes to Mary's house and put a location tag on her feet after coming, and says, "You can't go anywhere without telling me. I am your supervising officer." Mary tells her when she was sentenced to prison. She was pregnant at the time, and her child was given away to social services. Kathy goes after talking to her. She takes her son Luke from Jason's house and spends time with him. Now it turned to be night, and McGrath's siblings were still wandering in the woods. They reached Mary's house. Meanwhile, the wandering man kept an eye on them and kidnapped them. Here Kathy researches Mary's case at her house. She learns that Mary first used to worship the devil. Along with this, she learns about the children's sacrifice and about the wandering man. He was found in the moss that was near Mary's house. These things were also mentioned in her case. This was about the same wandering man that we saw at the beginning of the story. Meanwhile, Luke comes to her whose health was unstable. Kathy takes care of Luke leaving work. Jason receives a call and is informed that the McGrath siblings are missing, who were seen by Kathy, and Jason goes to Mary's house to search for those children. He is suspicious of Mary because of the rumors spread about her in the town. He searched her house and finds strange things. After seeing them, it appears that black magic is practiced there. Jason doesn't understand anything, nor he knows about those things. Neither he gets any evidence about Mary, so he leaves there. In the morning, the whole team, including Mary, searches for McGrath's siblings. Massey tells her that the stories about Bloody Mary aren't baseless. Kathy says, "No, nothing is like this," because she thinks that Mary has improved. While searching for the children, Kathy sees Mary's location on her cell phone. She found that Mary just went off her property. So Kathy follows her and finally reaches her. She tells her, "I've forbidden you that you can't go out of your house." She says that my father used to bring me here every Friday. I come to visit this place to remember the old memories. Now, Kathy goes to drop her at her house. On the way, she asks many questions about her life, like marriage and the children, but Kathy doesn't pay much attention to her and leaves. On the other side, the team doesn't find the children in the woods, but they find a dead body of a man. That is the dead body of Sean, which was seen with the wandering man at the beginning of the film. There, Jason finds a few wooden items, quite similar like he saw at Mary's house. Kathy still can't believe that this all could be done by Mary. At night, Mary goes to her son Thomas. Actually, whatever she told Kathy was a lie. That her child was taken away from her. Mary's child is with her. Thomas has captured the McGrath siblings. Actually, Mary is about to have magic on the children, which everyone knows about her. That she is a witch and performs black magic. Kathy has also researched her. Mary kills the children. The next day, the search team finds the dead bodies of the children. They were laid in a shape, and the wooden items were also placed near them. They all become quite worried after the death of the children. When Bill goes to McGrath's house, their parents become quite angry at him, and they accuse Mary of everything. They feel that ever since she came to our city, there has been bloodshed, and she is responsible for the death of their children. Along with the parents of the children, all the townsmen go to kill Mary, because everyone has to save their families. Now, they think that whatever has happened to McGrath's children could happen to their children too. Kathy calls Jason and informs him. Till now, everyone is outside Mary's house. They send them back after making them understand. Jason tells Kathy that he has a doubt about Mary. She has killed them, but Kathy says no, she has now changed. After this all, Jason leaves. Later, Kathy goes to Mary to see her. Mary asks, "Why don't you go from this place?" Kathy says, "My son is here." Meanwhile, Kathy sees a bucket filled with blood, and we see the same wandering man behind Kathy. She is seen unconscious. Mary ties her up and kept her. After discovering that Mary has been up to her old deeds again, Kathy is taken captive and made to pull out the Mandrake for Mary and Thomas. It is a ritual that she makes all her prisoners undergo as she is searching for the root to restore her fertility, so she can have a child again and bring it up herself this time. Unlike Thomas, who was snatched away from her. After putting a leash around Kathy's neck, Mary takes her to the moss, where the swamp is, which we saw at the beginning of the film. Thomas is also there with her. Mary tells her, "You have to find a Mandrake here. Take care that he won't wake up. If he wakes up, he screams, you'll die hearing it." Now, Kathy has no choice, so she starts digging to find Mandrake. In medieval times, the Mandrake root, shaped like a human baby, was said to have various qualities ranging from healing properties to providing fertility. A Mandrake root was said to give out a demonic shriek if one attempted to pull it from the ground and could kill anyone who heard it. As we saw this in Harry Potter movie. When Kathy finds Mandrake, Mary brought her to the house and makes her ready after giving her a bath. Later, they perform rituals with Mandrake. Mary makes juice with it, which she takes first and then makes Thomas drink. Later, she gives the juice to Kathy forcibly. Thomas asks, "Why do you make Kathy drink this juice?" Mary probably wants to capture her for Thomas. Or Mary and Thomas wanted to be immortal. They want to live forever. Kathy's hallucination shows us another dimension of what the Mandrake is capable of. Along with this, she sees this strange-shaped monster. Kathy becomes afraid to see this, and she wakes up from sleep. She sees her feet injury was also healed. It means there were some magical powers in that juice. Kathy is roaming the whole house, and she didn't see Mary and Thomas anywhere. Kathy finds her phone and immediately calls Paul. Meanwhile, Mary and Thomas arrive and they capture Kathy. And in the meantime, the jar of juice falls. Thomas cries a lot. Mary calms him down and locks Kathy in a room. On the other hand, Paul goes to Jason and tells him that he received Kathy's call. I think she is in danger, but Jason doesn't believe in any of his words and goes to Sean Duggan's room to investigate. But in front of it, he finds Thomas's room. When Jason goes inside, he finds many witchcraft items about Mandrake and sacrifice rituals. He understands that Mary is behind all this. He informs Bill about this and goes toward Mary's house. There, Kathy somehow frees herself. Luke is with Grace, but he disappears suddenly. He is taken by the wandering man, because it is necessary to kill a child before the ritual of Mandrake. We come to know that Mary, first of all, kills the child and sacrifices them. Then, she used to bring any of the men like Sean to get Mandrake. Here Kathy, who brings Mandrake from the swamp for her. In the juice she made, she used the blood of the dead children and the Mandrake. After this all, Jason comes to Mary's house and asks about Kathy. Suddenly, Bill stabs him from behind. Later, Mary killed Jason. We learn that Mary and Bill are involved together. Bill has narrated the wrong stories about Mary to Kathy. Perhaps, the guy he mentioned who likes Mary is just talking about himself? Kathy has learned everything, but she can't do anything right now. She runs towards the woods, and sees the wandering man there, who was taking Luke with him. She attacks him from behind and she beats the wandering man a lot. He falls down, and we come to know that he is Mary's son Thomas, who has worn this weird dress. The wandering man we saw at the beginning of the film wasn't a monster, but Thomas. After beating him, Kathy saves her son. On the other hand, Bill is with Mary. He is the same boy 30 years ago, for Mary killed her husband. She gives him a knife and says, "Now you've been weaker and useless for me." 30 years ago, Bill used to kidnap children by wearing the wandering man's suit. All the townsmen learn that Mary and Thomas are behind everything. They found Thomas in an injured condition. They hang him and kill him. Then they go to find Mary, and after reaching there, they found the dead body of Bill and Jason. They learn that Mary has fled, and Kathy has saved her son. It is shown that Kathy is with Luke in the house. She sees the Mandrake there and becomes quite worried after seeing it. Later, someone starts to knock at the door, and when she opens the door, it's Paul. He came here in her worry and probably begins to like her. Sometime later, Kathy goes to visit Grace, who has given birth to her and Jason's child. Peace has been restored in the village following Mary's escape, and Massey thinks she's probably gone south. In the film's final scene, while holding Grace's child, Kathy can connect with Mary, who is standing naked, possibly in preparation for some demonic ritual in a distant place. Because of that Mandrake juice, she has formed a telekinetic connection with Mary, the possibilities of which terrify her. The film ends with this.